Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tuesday Notary Titans. Today is October 7th. We are so glad that you are here. My name is Jen Neitzel, and I am the creator of Marketing for Notaries, and I am your co-host today, along with the one and only, the fabulous Laura Bewer with Coach Me Laura. Hi, Laura.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. So glad to be here with you. Thanks for
You having a
joining
good
us.
you having a good day today?
Super fine.
Super fun. Well, you guys know we are also supported by two of the best in the business, Jen Cooper and Matt Miller. Matt, Jen, thank you for being here and supporting us today. You guys having a good day?
Absolutely.
No?
Absolutely.
Nice, nice, nice. Well, I want to give a very special welcome to anybody who is joining us for the first time. We are thrilled that you are here. This is TNT, the nation's longest running free coaching program for notaries. So imagine a mastermind room full of experienced professionals and curious learners all here to help each other succeed. That's what you're stepping into. TNT is like the play-by-play of the notary business. We're here live each and every week on Tuesday to break down the plays, celebrate the wins, and coach you on the strategies that keep you moving forward. Now, to do this, we ask that you, like Gloria and Mary have already done, if you have a question for us, please get in line by raising your digital hand found at the bottom of your Zoom screen, or you can find it in the More section at the bottom of your Zoom screen. So while you guys are getting in line to have your questions answered, like Mary and Gloria, we're going to go over a few announcements. I wrote a book. Woo! The link's in the chat. Get it, review it, please. I beg you, please. um, I am building up those reviews so that I can be an Amazon best-selling author. But the book is all about the 5-point marketing system. Jen's going to put the links in the chat. I would love for you to check it out. The Kindle version is only $7.99. Now, we always love to talk to you guys about notary events because we over and over will tell you it's important to attend a notary event at least once or twice a year. And the biggest one every year is always the National Notary Association Conference. There are payment plans available if you purchase your ticket before November 24th. But early bird pricing goes through January 29th. The last day to secure that payment plan to spread it over 6 payments is November 24th. It's a down payment of $195, followed by 5 payments of $111 for that early bird pricing of $750. Now, Jen is hosting a workshop in Selma, California in, gosh, about 2 weeks now, Jen. Will you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, the Notary Workshop, we're titling it Learn, Grow, and Connect, is in the Central Valley of California. It's really going to be mostly for California notaries because I don't think you should fly here for this. This is a kind of a smaller event. For newer notaries, there are going to be some advanced topics covered, but it's just a really great chance to connect. Laura's going to be there, Matt's going to be there, I'm going to be there. And for today, anybody in this call that wants to go, I'm giving you a chance to get the $75 ticket for $40. There's a
Ooh.
discount code in the chat, so take a look at it, and we hope to see you guys there.
That's amazing. Wait, you're doing a discounted ticket with the code. It's the code friends35 for $40 instead of 75?
That's right.
Nice. That's a good deal. Love it. So you said you're going to be there, Matt's going to be there, Laura's going to be there, and I'm going to have FOMO. So that day, that's my FOMO day. All right. And Laura, you have a new video series that you have launched as well. I'd love for you to tell us about that.
Absolutely. Thank you. So for those of you who are interested in purposeful practice, also known as deliberate practice, I have a video series, 33 of them, and they're working videos, meaning there's no fancy PowerPoints, and it's a working video with notaries that I'm working with. And I put all 33 names of the videos on my website page so that you can see what the topics are, all of them. It comes out to $3 a video. I priced it so that people can access it to do this practice at a reasonable price. You just need the word coached, 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 for your discount. It will take $48 off of the price for you. And I hope that you take advantage of that. It's like having the goat in your pocket and on demand whenever
Love
you want.
I love it. I love it. That's amazing, Laura. Thank you for sharing. And I also want to let everybody know, too, this is just our last announcement. I want to let everybody know that next week we are going to have a very special guest. Susie Sivkov with the National Notary Association is going to be joining us. And she and I are going to talk about fear and how fear can get in the way of those dreams that we have about our businesses. So we are going to have a very pointed discussion about how to manage fear and some tips and tricks that you can use to help you navigate through what I consider to be the biggest obstacle we all face as entrepreneurs, which is sometimes ourselves and our fear, right? Okay, guys. Let's get to some of these questions. I'm so excited. You guys already have your hands up and you're ready. Let's start with Mary. Mary, tell us what state you're in because I'm having trouble remembering now. And what your question
Illinois. Illinois.
Illinois.
Yes. I have a signing today, and in order to be paid, they have the signed certificate of completion, which I don't have any issue for. They're asking for the signer's full name, their signature, and their address. However, at the bottom, they're saying, please place a valid form of signer's identification here. And I'm like, I sent them a note saying, please, verify this, clear this up, because I don't understand it. I mean, I can't take a picture of their photo ID to attach to this. I'm not sure what they would be asking for. Do you have any clue?
Laura?
I'm not sure I'm getting that end part. After the signature, they're asking you to repeat their name and
No,
address.
I don't know if you can see this.
I can't see it, Mary.
Oh,
We're not
okay.
gonna be able to see it.
It's just says, please place a valid form of signer's identification here, and it's got a box.
Okay, and you called them and did they tell you what they wanted?
I'm waiting for them to call me back. I just thought because I was on the call with you, I'd ask, because it's at 4:30 today, so I'm gonna have to scoot after this call
Sure.
to get there. And I was just trying to see if I could clear up my own muddy water.
My first go-to would be to ask them what they were expecting. Are they expecting for the signer to provide a photocopy of their ID and attach it to the document? What was their expectation by putting that there? Because I don't know what their expectation is.
Yeah, I sent them an email, and on their confirmation form, I asked for clarification. So I'm just waiting to hear from them. I just thought I would ask my experts.
Well, I think Matt has some advice he would like to share. Matt?
Hey, Mary, how are you today? I actually have seen this similar type of confirmation completion report. And what I've done when the signer doesn't have a copy of their ID to include, which is most of the time, is I fill out that form, I lay it on the table, and then I put their ID in that little box at the bottom, take a scan of that page, and email that to your hiring party. Because you're not going to be able to print that out at the table before you ship the package back, but at least you can send them a scan of the completion report with the ID on it. Does that help?
Yes, yes, it does. Thank you. Because I mean, I couldn't take a picture of it. That would not be legal as far as I know.
Well, it's not that it's not legal to take a picture of a photo ID, except a military ID. That is illegal. It's your comfort level with transmitting that information. If you are comfortable transmitting that information, which means you are now responsible for it, then you could proceed. If you're not, then the signer is going to have to provide you with a photocopy of their ID, or what I've also done in the past, because I don't like having pictures of IDs on my phone, I
Right.
ask the signer to email it to the hiring party from their own phone. And most people don't have a problem with that.
I was
Okay.
going to say that. Yeah, that's
Thank you.
that would be my approach is you're going to have to send this and if they asked why, I'd say, well, I don't think you want your personal information like your driver's license hanging out on my phone, do you? You know,
Yeah.
like this
Yeah.
for security. So
Yeah, I can just let them know for safety issues, they need to do that so I don't take responsibility for their personal identification.
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, thank
Absolutely.
you, thank you.
You got it. Thanks. That was a great question, Mary. And I see Gloria has her hand up. Gloria, tell us what state you are in and what your question is.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Gloria. I am in California. Actually, I'm in the Bay Area. I've just completed a signing for a sale of a Georgia property. And in the set of documents for the request to wire funds, that page, of course, lists, the bank account number, routing number, all of that information. And then at the end, it says this document must be signed in the presence of a notary. So the seller signed it, I signed it, and then there was a date. Should I notarize this?
So I'm going to tell you, Georgia is one of those witnessing states, first of all. Second of all, typically it's signature witnessing is the notarial act they're asking for
Right.
recording. And in California, we don't have that act. Right. So I've had to contact title or whoever was the hiring party to let them know I don't have that act here. If they want it notarized, not just witnessed, that they would have to add the word acknowledged somewhere in that wording so that I could treat it as an out-of-state acknowledgement.
Yeah, this
That's
is
how I've been able to do it.
Yeah, I actually had a witness with me because there was definitely a witness needed on some of these documents, but this just on this one request to wire the funds. So I signed it, he signed it, but it did say this document must be signed in the presence of a notary. So just a signature is probably fine. I saw Matt. Matt.
Yes. So you can't just sign and stamp in California. You got to have associated notarial language. Now,
Correct.
this is a little known caveat about Georgia. They have a special certificate for California notaries. It's called the John Hancock Acknowledgement. That's what you need to ask for. And you would attach that to the document.
Okay.
And all they did is they made it so it has the word acknowledgement in it, so that they can allow us and our state rules to meet our state rules. So if it's got the word acknowledgement, I can fill it out and send it over to Georgia. And in it, it says it was signed and acknowledged before me, because they need to know that it was signed in front of a notary, not just that we took their acknowledgement. But California needs the word acknowledged because we don't have that other act.
What's the name of that form again, Matt?
Called the Hancock Acknowledgement. It's specific to the state of Georgia.
Thank you.
And California notaries.
Thank you.
Great question, Gloria. I learned something new. I didn't know they had that, Matt, in Georgia. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing. Patrick in
Hello. What's going on?
Kansas.
Kansas.
Got it
Kansas
right.
City. Yeah, north of Kansas City. Hey, I really don't have a question. I just wanted to kind of say, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, I don't know if many people know this, but I actually work for the federal government. So I'm really happy that I have multiple streams of income right now. So think about that when you're building things and you're doing things, to have multiple streams of income because of everything going on right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
So yeah,
And you know what? This is a
just
good,
wanted to drop in.
yeah. And you guys, Patrick is also a Legal Shield representative. If that is something that you are interested in learning more about, Patrick, would you like to put your contact information in the chat so people can reach out to you if they'd like?
Sure,
Um,
that'd be great.
yeah, if you would like to have a legal representation for your business, it's a great thing. But you know, you bring up a really good point, Patrick. And so I want to read you guys something. I promise I'm not looking on my phone here. I just want to read you something about this government shutdown and how it affects you. Has anybody had any questions about how can we be affected as notaries in a government shutdown? So let me just read this statement to you so you know. Um, we are officially into week 1 of the federal government shutdown. It's been a week. So here's what you need to know. First of all, your commission and authority to notarize are not affected in any way. You can still perform notarial acts for private, state, and local documents, just like you always have. Loan signings, conventional loans, regular loans that aren't government-backed loans like FHA, VA, and USDA, they are slowing down because those federal ones are slowing down because they depend on federal staff and funding. They also need IRS transcripts requests, and those are being delayed, which can stall some closings. Flood insurance is causing some delays through FEMA. Um, State offices like Secretary of State for your apostille authentications, they are continuing to process apostilles, but the U.S. Department of State and authentications, that process is paused or severely delayed. Estate planning signings, it is business as usual. Wills, trusts, and powers of attorney they're all private documents. So it's the most stable area for notaries right now. And the bottom line is this: you can keep working, but federal connected transactions will move slower. Communicate clearly with your clients. Stay flexible. All caps. Stay flexible with your scheduling and position yourself as the calm, informed professional who knows what's going on. So I can assure you, as someone who has been through a government shutdown while working at a mortgage office, the entire office is in an uproar and they're running around and oh my God, everything's going to be late and how are we going to get paid and da 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 da. If you maintain yourself as the calm in the storm, it will absolutely benefit you in the end. So just a quick rundown on that. So, and of course, if there's any questions you guys have, you are welcome to ask along with any other questions. Guys, go ahead and raise your virtual hands to get your questions asked. And while we are doing that, Laura is going to tell us how we can hang out with her this weekend on Saturday.
On Saturday.
On Saturday.
Oh, on Saturday. Guys, so every
She's
Saturday.
like, wait, what do I have to
Oh,
do?
I've got something else going on Friday night that's connected to Saturday. So that's what made me like, what?
That's
So
hysterical.
she caught me on the wrong foot. Every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. is Laura's Inner Circle. It is really focused on notary skill and purposeful practice. If you want to join me, Matt is usually with me every time. As a matter of fact, on occasion, I'm the one that's missing in action because I'm teaching a notary class. So if you want to join us, 8 a.m. Pacific time, it is free. Just go over to my website, coachmelaura.com, and it's right there on the homepage, Laura's Inner Circle. Give me your email. I'll send you the link. We don't change it. Once you have it, you're good to go.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Laura. And Faith in Texas has a question for us. Hi, Faith.
Yes. Hello, everyone. So, I got a call from someone that needs a general power of attorney notarized, attested, and apostilled to India. So, how do I prioritize after the notarization? Because she said they need to bring something like their passports and everything to be attested. And so I don't know which comes first. Is it the apostille or this other thing?
Well, if you're going to be, because I've had people from India for apostille, and first with their passports, they had to make copies of their passports. They had to write a statement that said it was a true copy, sign it, and then I performed a notarial act against that because the apostille process is about verifying signatures of public officers, which means my signature needs to happen before you can take anything over to the Secretary of State. So I'm just making an assumption by the way you're describing it, that it's similar to what I've experienced, and that they need to attest that the copy of their passport is true, a true copy. Now, if they didn't give you any more specific instruction, you
Yeah.
might need to get it, but I can tell you this, you can't take anything over to the SOS to have an apostille done if there isn't a public officer who signed something somewhere. So if it's a vital record, that's the county clerk's office. They're the official that's going to be verified. If it's a notarization, I'm going to be a public official whose signature is being verified. Do you follow the process of that?
Okay, so I'm getting confused. So my signature on the general power of attorney,
Right, has to be notarized first. Then
right?
it can go to the Secretary of State because it's your signature, not the signer. You are the public officer. It is your signature that's being verified by the Secretary of State that you are a valid notary. This is a valid notarization. You performed it correctly. That's what they're saying about what you did. They're not saying anything about the content of that document. If they've got passports to do the same thing, they have to make, well, actually in Texas, I believe you have copy certification, do you not?
Yes.
So then you'd perform copy certification. Again, your signature is the one that's going to be verified by the Secretary of State, and they will issue the apostille.
Oh, okay. Because they also need two witnesses here in
What are
Texas.
the witnesses for?
The general power of attorney.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So if the document calls for witnesses, the witnesses need to be there to sign. You're going to be notarizing the principal's signature. And then your signature is what is going to be apostille, basically, over at the Secretary of State's office.
Oh, okay. Because that word threw me when she said it needs to go to the consulate and all of these things. That threw
All
me.
right, so go ahead, Matt, because if they need a legalization, is that?
So
what
India
the
powers
process
of
is for?
attorney require all three. They require notarization, apostille, and legalization by the consulate. And India requires the principal to show up at the consulate to receive the legalization. You cannot do that on their behalf.
Okay. Okay.
So
So
you get the apostille, but does the legalization come after the apostille?
Yes.
okay, that was, yeah, that's the order I wanted to understand. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Great question, Faith. I am learning all kinds of stuff today. Thank you for asking. That was a really good question. Oh, there he is. I was like, wait, Daniel's gone. He has his hand up, but he's back. Hi, Daniel, in Washington. How are you?
Hi, how are you, everybody? I got a question for Laura or anybody else I know that's using the Jurat e-journals.
Okay.
I am trying to come into the 21st century and adopt an e-journal. It's been legal now in Oregon for about 3 months and
Nice.
4 months. And so I want to know, I mean, I'm struggling with hospital signings with these. We got people that can sometimes barely write their name. I went and purchased a nice extra tablet just for this purpose, and the styluses sometimes don't work the right way, and just getting them to handle the unwieldiness of having a tablet and trying to sign versus a regular paper journal. I want to know how. I really want this to work, but I find myself more than not taking out the paper journal and just saying, okay, screw it, I'll start next time. What's the, I mean, I'd like this to be my journaling system for everything. And so I'm just curious as to what tricks do I need to know to make this thing work? Because it's really taken a while to get used to.
So I know Matt also uses it, but I'll share that one. I don't use a tablet. I use my phone because it isn't as big a device for them to have to handle with their hands. And it doesn't take as much space. Second of all, The stylus you choose is very important. And for me, the regular stylus that you see almost everywhere has just a little point at the end of it. And sometimes, or it's a rubber piece that is flexible and it drags, it squishes, it does not do well, not just for hospital, for anything. So I purchased a stylus that has a circular plastic disc at the bottom of it, and it flattens out. So that whole surface is now making the signature. And so I got it on Amazon. As a matter of fact, Nick is the one that recommended it to me, and I love it. If they can't deal with that, then there's probably something, more going on. Sometimes people have a hard time with their signature because they want to lift that pen 15 times in between their letters, especially if they're like printing their name instead of signing their name. Because once that pen goes down, I tell them, keep that pen going for your entire name. Don't be lifting it up to dot and do this and do that and the other thing. Just sign your name, start to finish. And I've yet to really have a problem other than somebody that would have already had a problem with even a regular pen. So that would be my recommendation, and I'm happy to share with you directly, Daniel, the pen. It was like 2 come in a box, and it's, I don't know, $12. I mean, it's very inexpensive. As a matter of fact, I just finally replaced them.
Matt
I
put a
got
link in the chat.
I
Yeah,
got
Matt.
I got those styluses, and the problem
Plastic.
is, yeah, it had the plastic disc on the end, and I will tell you that they pick up their pen because, or they will put their hand, they'll put their hand on the thing because they're used to putting their hand on a journal to sign. Once they put their hand on the tablet, then they're stuck. So
Well, that's why I think the phone is better, because there's nowhere, they barely can touch the edges. But I always give instruction. Your hands may not touch the screen, only the pen. So one, they got to push the pen a little further down, and I make them sign in the bottom third of the screen, not up at the top where their wrist can cover the screen. So it just takes a little bit of instruction.
okay, all right. Well,
So Daniel, what
yeah.
I do is I put my phone on a clipboard like this, and I kind of hold it at the top, and that way they can rest their hand down here below the phone and still make their signature on the screen. And that helps a lot. But yeah, the precision tip stylus that Laura's describing, I've found that actually makes things easier for people who may be disabled or
So not use this tablet I bought just for this.
no.
Well,
Tablet I think is
I'm using
things harder.
Hold on. I'm actually using my iPad, and I have been using my iPad almost exclusively. And yes, there is a struggle, but I do exactly what Laura says. I make sure they sign at the bottom part of that. And my iPad case has a stand that it can lean at different angles for them on a flat surface, or I can hold it. So I have found a way around those issues. You can do it with both. I do agree that the phone's easier. In the hospital situation specifically, I find that your everyday people, an iPad's fine. So, yeah.
All right, and maybe that's what I do is in the hospitals I use the phone.
Mhm.
But you guys have time for some good news?
Of course. It's
Right,
out, your
looking good.
book.
Author's copy. Woohoo! Congratulations! Yay!
Everybody can buy it on Friday. So I'm gonna give
Fabulous.
a copy now. So
Daniel, will you send me the link for that, please?
sure, I'll pop it in the chat here in a minute. But
For when it's ready.
yeah, it's ready to go Friday, and I have my own website. I'll put that in there. I have my own website. You can buy them directly from me, and for an extra $5, because I have to pay for the shipping, I'm happy to send you an autographed one. But
Wow, I love it. I love it.
anyway,
Yeah, put the come back next week so you can, since it'll be up next week, you can put that link in the chat.
and I will remind everybody, Notary Master Speakers Bureau, we are now a new club, and we will see you a week from Thursday for it's a lot of fun. So anybody interested, I will put those links in the chat. I thank you all, and I will see if I can make this work better with my phone. I appreciate your tips, and I will always appreciate everybody here.
Oh, thanks, Daniel, and congratulations. I'm so excited for you. I can't wait to get my hands on a copy of the book. I'll be purchasing that so I can read all about good customer service. I love it. Thank you for that. Anita in Florida. How are you today?
Good, thank you. How you all doing?
Good. What you got for us today?
Quick question. And I think I've heard everybody mention it, but I just want to confirm, and I haven't read it anywhere, so that's why I want to confirm. Am I breaking any laws or any rules if I brand the certificates with like my logo or the company name?
No,
No? Okay. I just wanted to confirm that because I couldn't find it anywhere and I thought I had heard somebody say they had done it, but I just wanted to confirm before I did mine. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Well, that's a great idea. I love that you're doing it, and and good for you for asking. All right. Oops, my computer is going.
make sure somebody else reads what you put together so that your certificate doesn't have a typo in it or a word missing from it, like two. That happened to one of our good friends who, his jurat was missing like the word two. So be extra vigilant that your wording is compliant.
Well, I was gonna take the exact ones from the state and just add the logo to those in Adobe. I wasn't actually gonna type the whole thing over.
Okay, just for anybody listening who thought that's a great idea, a lot of people who have done that have typed them so that they're the whole thing, they can control the whole thing. So
Gotcha.
just want to make sure if you think it's a good idea and you're not just going to download and throw your label on it, then make sure all the words are there.
Yeah,
Thank you.
great advice, Laura, as always. Well, don't forget, we can answer any of your business related questions or notary questions. All you have to do is raise your virtual hand. And while we are waiting for you guys to think of some other questions for us, Laura, I had this post that was, we take also questions on a Google form that you guys submit to us, and we had this question that popped out at me, and it popped out at me because this question also came up in our CNTDA, our Certified Notary Trust Delivery Agent group. Oh, and Jen, I forgot your Tuesday tips. God dang it. Today is just are we sure it's not Monday
What,
today?
your question.
Are we
Your
sure
question first.
it's not Monday? Okay,
It does feel like Monday.
I'm gonna do the question first. Okay. My family does not support my desire to be a business owner. Who can I turn to for support and encouragement? This is such an important question to me because when you are trying to do something as difficult, and make no mistake, being an entrepreneur is hard. When you are trying to do something that difficult and you don't feel supported, I mean, it can, it can destroy dreams. It can ruin the business. So I would love to hear from our panel of experts, let's start with Matt today. Matt, what say you? If your family is not supporting you, what do you do?
Well, in the beginning, this was true. Everyone thought, well, you can't make any money as a notary. Um, and uh, you have to kind of prove it to them. But in the meantime, there is this wonderful community that we have that is very supportive and very understanding and very like-minded. So I turned to my notary colleagues, also my confidants here in the city as well. We all work together and share business with each other now. So that would be my recommendation. Turn to your community because no one else like your community is going to understand.
Yeah, absolutely. Great advice, Matt. Jen, what do you say to folks when they bring this? Because I know you've had this question, I'm sure, as a coach in the past.
Yeah, and I've told you guys, my mom, I'm 5 years into my business and she still on occasion sends me job postings. So it's listen, Matt's, I don't know that there's another answer, but building a community of your own, even if you don't have one, finding a way to build that network. That to me, that's why I started the notary network I have, is because I love my parents and they love me and they support me, but nobody believed this was going to be something that was going to make us a living in any way, shape, or form. And so, having a community of people that understood the job, understood the journey, that could help support when you weren't getting the support you were used to. Maybe building that network is really vital, but also taking advantage of the network that you have already here. TNT is a network of notaries. Yeah. Laura's Inner Circle is a network of notaries. The Jen's group is a network of notaries. We are a network of notaries. So reaching out to that community, Matt's 100% right. I can't think of a better thing to do in that situation.
Yeah, I mean, I think that community is so important, which is why Laura and I created the CNTDA community. We really wanted that to be a supportive place. But I'm gonna say, come to this call. Continue to come back to this call. And when Laura and I say that we will answer any of your questions, it doesn't necessarily have to be a technical question about a certificate or the best way to market your services. If you have a question about, I'm feeling really down and unsupported this week, and I need some pep in my step and I need some support, we are here for that. Every single person that has their camera on right now is going like this. So we are here to be supportive of anybody that needs it. And I would encourage you to continue to come back to this call. But Laura, what would you say?
I'm gonna say, do you remember when we had to walk to school uphill both ways? Okay, that's where I come from. There were no communities, there were no networks, there was nobody. And my family said $10 a signature, because that's what it was back then, is you're never gonna pay your mortgage. So I get it. And isn't it fortunate that we live now in the time that we do? That there isn't just this community. There's a half a dozen different communities, probably more than that, that are reliable, that you can get good information, that you can be supported in what your vision is. And that was the problem. They didn't see the vision that I had. And that's okay. I was kind of ahead of my time back then. But
You still are, Laura.
I am just, I am so glad that what I didn't have then exists today, so that those who are trying, whether it's a notary or something else you want to be, then find other people that want that same thing and be a part of that orbit, because they will carry you.
Yeah.
Right? And
Well,
we have blood family and we have chosen family. And sometimes our family can't be all for us.
Yeah.
And that's okay. We get it somewhere else.
Well, and you make such a good point. There are so many very supportive notary communities out there. And I hope all of you consider this as being one of your supportive communities. And like I said, completely serious, if you are experiencing that in any way and need a pep talk, need someone to reach out to, that is my phone number right there. If you hover over my name, that doesn't go to a service or anything. That's me. You're always welcome to reach out. I'm pretty good at giving pep talks. So I'm happy to help with that. So I love the question though, because I mean, I heard from the three of you, and I know I certainly in the beginning, my family too was like, how in the hell are you going to support yourself? This is a crazy idea. What are you thinking? Just get a job. And what I love about the younger generations, I'm a Gen Xer, but one of the things I love about the younger generations is that they see that the way of doing things that I was told was the right way, and you were told, Laura, was the right way growing up, get a job, stay there forever, retire, that's not necessarily the way to do things anymore. The world has changed significantly through the generations. So, I see Vanessa has posted something that she'd love to connect with other Texas notaries. If you want to connect with people, please use this chat for good. Reach out and say, here's my number, or my email. I live in Texas or SoCal or Jacksonville, Florida, And here's my number. Please reach out. I'm open to meeting new people. It is perfectly fine to use the chat. We just don't want you guys advertising products we haven't vetted yet. That's the only, otherwise feel free to reach out to each other and get that support that you need. We all have to have that. Jen, did you have something?
Nope, I was clearing my throat and my mic was off.
Well, would you like to give us your Tuesday tip for notaries now?
New Tuesday tips. We're gonna do it.
We're going to do it.
All right, yeah. Today's Tuesday tip is about marketing your jail signing services. The first people looking for help are usually family and friends, and they'll go straight to Google or ChatGPT. So update your Google business profile to clearly state that you provide jail notary services. List the specific jails or detention centers you cover right in your profile. And keep your hours current since many requests are urgent. Feed your ChatGPT account regularly with your business name, the areas you serve, the services you provide, and your business hours. That way, when people search, the AI has accurate information about you. Beyond families, you can market directly to professionals. You can reach out to attorneys, criminal, family law, and estate planning. You can do the same with bail bonds companies. Many already have staff notaries, but like title offices and estate planning firms, they still need a dependable backup. Being visible in both families, for both families and professionals, positions you as the go-to notary when a jail signing is needed. That is your Tuesday tip.
Thank you so much, Jen, and thank you for reminding me so I don't forget your very valuable tips. Who else has a question for us today, guys? Hey, Joanne. Oh, wait, hold on, Joanne. 1 second. Laura's got something she wants to say.
Yeah, I think you need to make an announcement about what's happening this Wednesday at
Oh,
11:30.
I do. You guys tell it's been one of those days today. Wednesday, Laura and I will be sharing the Certified Notary Trust Delivery Agent Opportunity webinar for anyone who is not already a CNTDA. This is a sales webinar. We'll be selling the program. So if you're already a CNTDA and you want to come support us, we love that, but it is not something that you are obligated to do. We just want to share this with other notaries out there. So the link, Jen, do you have that link to post?
I do not. It's not on the page.
Okay. I will pull that link right now and stick it in the chat for you so that you guys who are not a certified notary trust delivery agent yet can learn about this business that you heard when I gave the government update is really the only thing that's not being affected right now with all this crazy government shutdown stuff. Let me pull this.
And while she's pulling that, during that webinar, I will be providing and Jen will be providing very valuable information on what it's about because you may have already gotten a trust assignment. You may get a trust assignment and you may want to know some of this information, whether or not in the end you decide you want to certify. The information that we present first is very, very valuable to those who want to be in that field.
Yeah, absolutely. And here is the Eventbrite link if you would like to get registered it's free. It's totally free. So you guys are welcome to join us. We would love to see you. And like I said, it's not just a sales webinar. We do a lot of valuable information giveaway and teaching in it as well. So
And there's a replay if you can't register.
yeah, we do send you out the replay. If you would like that, you will definitely get a copy if you register. And like I said, the event's free. So, estate planning right now is
Good place to be.
what?
I said it's a good place to be. I'm
It's a
busy.
good place to be. Yes, it is a good place to be as a notary. I think it was where did we see the information, Laura? We're updating some of the things that we're talking about, and it was talking about how the note or how for a notary, the amount of work, physical work that you put into a closing is about 3 times less than a loan signing, right? So for a estate plan signing, am I saying that the right way? I feel like I'm saying it backwards.
Well, I think it was flip-flop, but it means the same thing.
Yeah.
Is that it takes 3 times more the effort and cost for you to produce a loan signing than it does to produce a estate plan signing.
Yeah.
You're gonna get paid more and your net is better.
Yeah. Okay. Joanne in Washington has a question for us. Hey, Joanne.
Hey, Jen. Hi, everyone. Just a question. When you are the notary, are you guys particular about your witnesses and their appearance?
Well, I use the same ones over and over again. They're either notaries or friends or people that are already in the attorney's office, because that's where I perform mine. And so they come dressed appropriately, which means it's a step above casual, right? They're like, I like how they said it on the ships, casual smart,
More
right?
casual.
So,
Smart
yeah.
casual or business casual, yeah.
I don't want them coming in dirty or stained clothes and hair all askew. They need to look reasonable. Now, they don't have to come in a suit, I'm not asking that, or a dress, but they do need to come appropriate to what kind of appointment this is. And they're, for me, they're walking into an attorney's office. So yes, the expectation is there. And
Sounds
it,
like you
They're
have a
also,
story, Joanne.
they're also a representation of you. If you're bringing witnesses, they're a representation of you. So
the attorney sees them.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like if I'm calling Joanne for my friends to step in or other notaries to step in, if they've not witnessed for me before, I will say to them, it is a business casual environment because I don't want like one of my friends rolling up in a yoga outfit after a workout, thinking that they're doing the neighbors a favor, which they are, and they're getting paid, a little bit of money to do it, but they still are representing me as a professional in my community. And so I want to make sure that they are appropriately dressed. Sounds like you have a
had my
story,
son.
Joanne. I want to hear what happened.
Oh, I have to put myself on mute because I'm just cracking up. Well, because I don't always have available notaries, especially during the day. And if they are, they're like far off somewhere. No, there's just been a couple of times where it's like I've had to Google or find on signing agent, notary, wherever. Just never worked with a notary. And so, of course, my first time meeting, it's like, oh my gosh, where you? I don't know. Maybe they were being trendy with the styly, rip looking jeans. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't
generous.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't.
I have a notary in my.
Mhm.
Go ahead, Joanne.
Oh, I was gonna say. I mean, yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, thankfully, it wasn't a law firm, but it was still a client's care facility place.
Yeah.
So, I mean, me personally, yes, I am particular, and that's a great idea, Jen. Because I do send invites, so they have the info or the address. So, yeah, I think I'll start putting that in there, in the invite.
Business
Yeah,
casual or smart casual or
smart. I like that.
something that and I mean, if there's a particular trend that's happening, like ripped jeans, I know, and like they're like ripped acid wash looking jeans. Yeah, I would specifically call that out and say,
Yeah.
wear that again. Like it's okay as a professional who you are hiring somebody to represent you and that law office, really. I mean, the signers are going to tie it back to the attorney too. It's perfectly fine to say to that person, hey, listen, I really appreciate you coming out and being a witness. You want to do this in private, of course, but you want to say next time I need you to, we can't do the trendy stuff. I need you to wear, and if they have a problem with it, don't call them again.
Well, right. I mean, first off, already, I'm like, ooh, I don't know if I will call you. again. But yeah, you're right. I mean, I could bring it up. So
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah. That's, um, we have this assumption that being a business owner is, oh, I get to make my own hours and it's easy. And no, you have to have these hard conversations sometimes, and it's not that much fun. But sounds like you had a doozy of a witness show up, Joanne. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, it's like, well, what can you do? They're already there.
Right. Yeah, at that point. But I think it's definitely a good topic to bring up to remind us all when we are hiring friends to say that. So thanks for sharing that today. Asia, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Okay, I don't know if this is kind of a crazy question or a stupid question, but I believe that no question is stupid.
Is not. So, yeah, no question is stupid.
Does penmanship matter when you are writing dates and names of signers on loan packages? Like, does your penmanship matter? Should it be like, should I work? I really want to fine tune things. Should I work on how I print words on these papers? Because it's kind of sloppy. I'm not gonna lie.
Has somebody come back to you? I'm curious, has somebody come back to you and said we can't read this, or
Nope, never. But it looks sloppy, and I don't know, is that ever an issue, or that's just my handwriting and it's just acceptable?
Asia,
yeah.
I would love to talk about your question because you have already judged what your handwriting looks like. And
Yeah.
you use the word sloppy, even though nobody else has ever said anything to you, right?
Right.
So part of purposeful practice is all the different elements that go into the work that we do. And your handwriting, your signature, I mean, it's your autograph. It represents you. And even
Okay.
though they didn't say anything, they didn't take the time to call you or remark on it,
Yeah.
doesn't mean it didn't go through their mind. And
Yes.
my recommendation would be if you even think that people might think it's sloppy and represent you that way, I would practice either taking more time if that's all it is because you're going too fast, or
Right.
take the time to practice so that it looks a little more professional.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
I've
Great
also had a
question.
friend. I've also had a friend who had sloppy handwriting, and her sloppy signature got many documents returned because it
Really?
wasn't exactly like it was with the Secretary of State every time. She had issues, a lot of issues.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
it's just,
Could be recording issues, apostille issues, for
Yep.
sure.
Good to know. Good to know. God, I've learned a lot today on this call. Thank you for that, Laura, and for bringing up that question, Asia. Jeanette in Michigan. What can we do for you today, Jeanette?
Hi, everyone. Just going back to Joanne's topic about wardrobe. And I know this has come up before, but I am team leggings. Now, let me explain. Because they're comfortable for me, and I wear leggings probably just about every day. Now, a lot of times, especially if I'm going to a loan signing, I'll throw a blazer on, and then with my leggings, I tend to wear, my tops are kind of long, so I'm kind of covered up. But I just, I know it's been some pushback on leggings, but I just want to, know what you guys think. And then the thing about the leggings too, they had the pockets now.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think there's definitely a way to take a pair of leggings that don't specifically look like sport leggings, like for jogging or yoga or something. Like you're talking about just plain leggings, right, Jeanette?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just plain with the pockets, yeah.
If if you're putting a blazer over that and a long shirt, and you're not running up there in a bra top and a windbreaker, I think it's fine, as long as the only thing I don't like about leggings, and this is not something I would do because I'm 52 years old, but like I know my daughters wear them with crop tops and all that kind of stuff. That's a no. But nobody wants to see me in leggings and a crop top anyway. So, Laura, what do you say?
Yeah, I don't own leggings. I don't even own a pair. So
That's my only thing.
I
Like, as
think
long as
it's
you're,
not that I don't think you couldn't dress it up a little bit so that it would look okay, in a business casual setting. So I think it needs to be your comfort level with that. And I think we all personally need to, just think about not just what the clothing article is, but how does that look on me?
Mhm.
It might look pretty good on you. It's not going to look the same on me.
Yeah, oh, that's a good
I
point.
would not look professional.
Yeah, that's a good point. And like I said, I think as long as you're not wearing leggings in a sport manner and you are kind of, officizing it, dressing it up a little bit, I think it's fine.
Sure.
Matt,
Where are you? Aren't you in the Bay Area?
Jeanette? No, she's in Michigan.
Michigan.
Oh, I was gonna
Michigan.
say. Yeah, I mean,
They have
I
the
kind of
fleece
agree with the girls. If you put a nice blazer on and some smart shoes, just call it a day. If your market supports that, go for it. Oftentimes here in San Francisco, we're very fashion casual. I'll wear like a stark white t-shirt underneath a blazer, and that's dressed up here.
Yeah.
So think about what your market expects from you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Also,
I think
well,
that's part. And then also,
Right.
like, if you're going in to meet an attorney for the first time, you probably want to dress a little more professionally. But if it's, a signing for a repeat customer and stuff, I mean, you have to consider everything about the situation, not just what you can wear. But here's the best thing I have ever done for myself, Jeanette.
Exciting.
I went and got a bunch of t-shirts that look like this in different colors. And I have button down short sleeve ones and the t-shirts. And if you have a uniform that's branded, then you never have to think and wonder about it.
One less decision.
One
You
less.
know what? You know what, Jen? You just reminded me. I have two um polo shirts with my logo on it, and I
There you
just yeah, yeah. I gotta pull those out.
pull them out, and I know you wear your shirts longer, but yeah, the nicer t-shirts. I throw a blazer on with this.
Yeah.
Even with jeans and a blazer on, like nice dark jeans, you can get away with that. So, um,
And
it's
don't forget the shoes, they're pretty important.
Now,
The
shoes.
and the,
flops are not the style.
oh my God. After the COVID notaries and the flip-flops and the shorts and all that, I'm so glad we're past that. Look at all of us. We're like, ah, I'm so glad we're past that phase. But let's get to Faith. She has another question for us. This will be our last question today. Faith.
Okay, cool. So, can you use an all-purpose certificate attached to a document to be apostilled?
Can
Like an
you
all-purpose acknowledgement or jurat or something like that? Can that go to the Secretary of State to be
Well,
apostilled?
when you need to go to the Secretary of State, you need your notary certificate. If in Texas, it's called an all-purpose acknowledgement. You're signing that as the notary. It's your signature that's being notarized. How else would it appear? It would have to be with, are you just saying because it's an attachment and not pre-printed on the document?
Yeah, well, I'm thinking about the ones that comes from the NNA, or if I want to make my own. That's
Yeah.
what I'm.
So they'll take it if it's pre-printed, as long as it's compliant, as an attachment, as long as it's compliant from the NNA, as long as it's compliant, that's really all they care about. It can come in any one of those ways, as long as what's provided is compliant.
Okay,
I think there's Faith
good.
11 different things on a Texas certificate that need to be met to be considered. Um,
Yeah,
uh,
so just
so
use
make
a
sure that
compliant
make sure those 11 elements are met.
Right. Okay, cool.
Good
Thanks.
question. Thank you for that. And you guys, this has been a fun call today. I have learned so much today, Laura. That's what I love about this call. Guys, I want to let you know, I created a new survey that is attached to this call. So when we hang up, you're going to see a little pop up. It's just 5 questions, but it's how Laura and I know what to bring you, know what you need to make this or to keep this call as important as it is. So if you have the time, if you take 5 minutes to fill those questions out, we would be so appreciative. We do read them and consider them and talk about them. So we definitely want your feedback. And don't forget, next week, We are going to be joined by Susie Sivkov with the National Notary Association, and we're going to be talking about ways to tackle and manage fear. It's going to be a great conversation next week, so I can't wait to see you all. And as I always do, I'm going to put Laura on the spot to close us out today.
Well, Jen, sometimes the most important thing in the whole day is the rest we take between two deep breaths. And that's from Eddie Hillesum.
Wow, I love that. I need that and a nap. Okay, guys, have a great day. We'll see you next week with Susie. Bye, guys.